I'm always being told that I have a commendable passion. I think this means that I have a pulse. Not entirely sure. Because certain facts, when you tell them to people, the facts themselves, I mean, I could be a robot reciting the fact. The fact produces that response. Oh, you're so bad. It's their way of saying that if they were to think about that for very long, they might have a feeling they object to, and they won't be doing it. There's a family forming, is the way I would describe my good news, because I'm full of it. I'm full of any number of things at times, but what I'm full of now that I really want to share while I'm still breathing is good news. Good news about humanity. Good news about relationships between human beings and other beings that are alive and happy to be alive and part of life on Earth. There's a family forming because you can't, I don't think, do without it. We talk in the West, no, we don't. I talk. I talk when I'm pretending that you're my students about forming body politics, because in a revolution, that's what you're doing. You're forming a body politic. And often the problem is that the body politic you form that succeeds in making revolution just scares the shit out of inertial predatory interests that have been sort of, draping themselves in the flag of revolution with no intention of ever changing. And so people like me who don't hide from climate reality. You can know the facts and still hide from them, I don't hide from it. I don't hide from it as Uncle Paul to a small army of the best human beings on Earth. They're just wonderful. My nieces and nephews and great nieces and great nephews. We go on and on. You guys are in trouble. We're all like this in my clan. But my clan is not biological. My clan has nothing to do with birth origin, where you were born, what family line you're in. Irrelevant. My clan is about choosing to be family. It's about recognizing in others not just difference, but within that difference, a mirror holding up to you parts of yourself you would just have been woefully incomplete, if you hadn't seen them. And, oh, right, that too. We're wonderful human beings. You do not know yet what you're capable of. You're capable of wonders. The technology is not wonderful. You are wonderful. You can do this. You can stop this genocide, but you can do it the way that... Now you listen to me. I am going to be Uncle Paul to the whole lot of you. Everybody who loves life, I would like you to listen. Everybody who loves life on Earth knows they are part of life on earth. Everyone who identifies with life above all is in my clan. That's who we are. We're life. But we are life not as victim of some whacked out colonizers who are just inbred aristocrats, just inbred, bred to be predators. But I mean, they no talent for anything but organized violence, which is, of course, what capitalism is, what colonialism is, what white supremacy, though, is what we should all be talking about, to the exclusion, frankly, of all else. It's all white supremacy. If you don't know that, if you think there's a nanoparticle of distance between the KKK and the state of Israel, you are just, Well, I hope you're a nice person. Because if you're a mean person, it's going to be malice in Blunderland. You're so deluded. And we don't need more of that, I don't think. I think it's time for the brains in the room to reconnect with their hearts. If you're willing to do that, Peter Kalmus, I can make you happy before I pass on. I can help you see yourself a little more broadly. Because you are still the man I admire most on earth. Always going to be. I don't retract those. Just like Gerald's always going to be I'm always going to be his fan. If he just proceeds to be wrong about everything from now on, well, he was right when it really mattered. And it allowed me to speak. What do I know about what's going on with Gerald? What do any of us know about what's happening in the lives of people who go the wrong way? We don't. We don't need to either. We don't need to know. There's places empathy shouldn't go. Right? I had to learn this in a brutal way. In my interpersonal life, which is all mixed up, unfortunately, with the hatred of life that governs in America. Life and those who are lively about their enthusiasm for it. Again, this is what they mean by passion. It's like I'm a jungle bunny. That's how they talk to Lyra too. My mom. If anyone out there, I happen to know that there are affluent people who think. LinkedIn got wind of this, and I think they disabled it. But I used to be, and I'm not on there. They they disappeared me good. But on LinkedIn, I was able to see who responded. For example, when Peter, when I made you famous there, I could see who responded. And interestingly, Vanessa Nakate, when I made you famous there, I could see who responded. It's actually striking how often people in positions that we assume must house villains that are like 100% villain. Nope. Still, there's a human being still there, alert, watching, looking for an opportunity. This is why we're stuck. This is it. We're stuck because we don't let each other change. We try to fix each other in place and form teams. That's not going to be it. That will never, it is so clumsy, for one thing. It's such a clumsy apparatus to have to, we'll never get anywhere fast enough. You just got to drop all that shit. Think about it like this, that we are in the disaster now. It's not later, it's now. Now, now, now. 5 centuries, God, how I feel. 5 decades of climate famine that everybody who's real admits. You know, when you privatize everything, when you make everything something one does for money, people can't speak freely. Do you think science is able to speak freely? Is that what you think? No, it is not. Do you think the scientists in the IPCC can? No. Every report has to be approved if it's going to be published by state actors, and of course, by the rule of money. And since in the global north, those two are not distinguishable at present, both are activities that have no check and don't believe in checks. And really, really make that clear. I wish people would look at what Coke does and just sort of, put your anger, which is frankly unearned, because you're guilty too, put your anger to the side. Just look at what the fucker is doing. I mean, he just said, I don't know, fossil fuels forever. Let's just get rid of whatever they'd have to stop it. And did that. When you have no imagination, when everything human about you is in a state of suspended animation, and all that's working is a little pocket calculator that the economics profession assures us is all any of us are. Once you let yourself actually become that, that's who you functionally are. Let us be honest about what we see every day and hear every day, and say you'll do anything. And we've all known this. Anyone who is knowingly complicit in actually making war on life on Earth, as the fossil fuel companies now are, very consciously and willfully, as Putin is, very consciously and willfully, as the GOP is, but I mean like top to bottom, wall to wall, is a little different than a party with just Democrats in it. There's a little bit more of a case with the Democrats that the affluent have the Democratic Party they deserve. Right? Not us. We don't need a party system. We need it out of our way, just like we need the affluent out of our way. You made this big effort to liberate yourself from life. Well, fine. But life is on the line now. Get the hell out. You don't know anything about life. You liberated yourself from life, not for it. Get the hell out of the way. And let me lead people of power in a direction of more life, not less, right the frack now. Life has to get better in America for working people right the frack now, or that fracking boom that Biden sold as an economic recovery plan will bury all of us. You hear me? That's the science, and I do follow it, and frankly, most of you don't. You don't. Don't pretend when you're not a scientist that you're under the same discipline they are. I talk to scientists all the time. I love them. I hate Western science. I love our scientists. Most of them hate it too. The dumbing down, was a teacher of the year in New York State who wrote that glorious book, Dumbing Us Down, about public education in America. Teachers know. We all are guilty of knowingly going through motions that, I mean, maybe for us are one thing, but that we know by now, or we're just not there. But we know. We're guilty of knowing, but not saying. And we're mostly, I think, guilty of that out of fear. But the fear at some point, see, what's happening to humanity is that our fear is becoming one solid thing that will just kill us all. That's always been a possibility with us, that ability to think ahead, not our friend. The thing they keep telling us, look ahead, look ahead. Jesus was right. He said, they'll tell you, it's over there, it's over there, it's over there, it's over there. Erich Fromm said that too. A lot of people have said that. Erich Fromm, the author of Escape from Freedom. I think we all know, but I wish you would let me lead a little bit. Those of you who sometimes pretend to, people of power, apparently because you think that your income is a quality. No, see, that's exactly it. You can't have any routine contact with money at this point in this world without it being lobotomizing. I'm sorry, you just can't. They're all stupid. That's the simplest lesson of that torture on LinkedIn. For me, it's torture. Is they're just dumb. The rich are dumb. The affluent are dumb. What are we going to do?